Internetians, my name is Josh, aka ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the New York Metagross. And we are here with no layout, unfortunately, because I'm pressed for time. But we are here for PMC week number 10, the final week in the regular season, and we are going against my man Brendan, aka Dark Devil 26, and his Trenton Thundurus. Now, Mr. Brendan has a scary team. Mr. Brendan has a team that I don't want to face. So he has a Z Hoopa Unbound and an Arachnid. Look at those first two mons. Where have we seen that before? But he also has a Mega Mawile. He has a Gliscor, he's a Jolteon, a Serena, a Como-O, a Porygon 2, a Lycanroc Midday, a Frostlass, and a Z Rapidash. So a very scary team my man Brendan's over here sporting. And let's talk about the team that I decided to bring. Let's talk about some of the things. First of all, we are having a real battle. Our battle did have some implications on playoffs, even though both of us were guaranteed for playoffs. Our battle kind of affected who would face who and such. And yeah. So this team was hard to build for. I'm really hoping Brendan doesn't win twice, because if he does, then I may have to face him in finals. And if I don't win twice, whatever, then I don't have to face him at all. Then I don't have to face anyone in finals. But this was a tough team to build for. He has so many threats just behind, and all of these threats are packed along a good defensive core of Gliscor and Porygon 2, with some other mons that can be there as bulk just to handle some of my other mons like Arachnid, Serena, or Rapidash even, Mega Mawiles, Natural Bulk, etc. So planning for this team was really hard. So he says it's Webs plus Broken Mon, and a Rapidash. Which, I love Rapidash, the Broken Mon. Shout out to Jake Sherwin. So, a lot of thought went into this team. It was really hard to build for. But it ultimately came up with those 6 Pokemon that you're seeing on your screen, which is Greninja, Zelf, Mega Altaria, Heatran, Bagagis, and the Porygon Z. Now, Greninja has ICMZ, it has Ice Punch, it has Spikes, it has Taunt, and I believe it has U-Turn. And it has enough it has enough HP to live a banded leech life from the Arachnid, and it's also faster than, I believe, the Lycanroc. So it's here to put up hazards, it's here to click Sub-Zero Slammer versus something like the Gliscor to stop it from getting a defog off, or to kill the Serena to stop it from rapid spinning my spikes away. I really want to hazard stack him because those are only 2 forms of hazard removal, and I can bring lots of ice coverage to stop him from doing it. So, it's kind of my thought process there. I really wanted to hazard stack, and I really wanted to take advantage of that with some of my bulk, as well as a little bit of Volt Turn, so I have U-Turn there. And then I have my choice banded as Zelf, which is then Headbutt, U-Turn, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch, because LOL out of Psychic Switch-ins. His ways to handle a banded as Zelf or a physically defensive Porygon 2, a Mega Mawile, and maybe a Gliscor. Mega Mawile, Fire Punch 4, Gliscor, I have Ice Punch 4, and I can just U-turn out on the Porygon should I predict to come in, and go out to something that I feel can better handle it, such as my Mega Altaria, which is Dragon Dance, Facade, Earthquake, and Roost, and have some bulk just to be able to take on hits from stuff like the Lycanroc, Serena, Gliscor, Porygon 2, Jolteon, Arachnid, Como to an extent, and even the Rapidash. Basically, it handles almost his entire team. Even the Hoopa. The only thing that I'm really scared of are Flash Cannon from Flash Cannon or a Poison Jab or something from the Como. But it's not a Z-Mon, so that makes it easier to switch into. Maybe an Ice Beam from the Frostlass, but even then it's not doing a lot. I'm scared of the Mawile, obviously, and the Serena obviously can bring play rough, etc. The list goes on, little things I'm afraid of, but overall I have the natural bulk plus a little bit of HP investment to be able to take on these hits. And Facade is nice because if you try to status me with Gliscor, Serena, or Porygon 2, maybe even the Arachnid, my Facades are now strong enough that +1 I outgo almost everything on his team that isn't a Mega Mawile or Rapidash, and even Rapidash does not want to take a +1 boosted Facade. So, and Mega Mawile just gets Earthquaked if I'm not burned. So, next we have a Heatran. Of course, it's there to be my Mega Mawile check. Definitely, Mega Mawile is a threat. And it is Chople Berry and has enough special attack, I believe it's 92 modest, so that Lava Plume is going to kill that Mega Mawile. I have Hidden Power Ice for the Gliscor. I have Stealth Rocks, and I believe I have Toxic. So, whew, being able to beat down that Porygon 2 is going to be very, very nice. It has some speed, has a lot of bulk, it has some defense. And it's mainly there so it can also switch into a Focus Punch, so they decided to Focus Punch on the switch. Now, when I was building this team, I just want to put a thing out there. When I was building this team, I was 100% not expecting webs. 100% not expecting wedge because I have slow Mon. My team is fairly slow, and my faster Mons, Azelf floats, Crobat floats, and my Greninja, as usual, has been almost a taunt lead almost every single time and just comes in, sets spikes, and destroys the team. So, but anyway, so that'll kind of explain some of my speed tiers in there. Now then, my Porygon Z. So Porygon Z is Choice Scarfed, and it has Tri-Attack, Ice Beam, Signal Beam, and Trick. I didn't really need a last move, and potentially my Wing Con late game. I forgot went over Cofagrigus. I'll go back to Cofagrigus in a second. Definitely a great late game Wing Con. His Frostlass can beat the set pretty well, and his Mega Mawile does not really care too much, as well as his Porygon 2. But again, I have plenty of ways to beat those things down. And then my Cofagrigus, I believe I don't remember all 4 moves. I know it's Toxic Spikes, Haze. I know it has it has Hex and Knockoff. And it's mixed defensive with life leftovers. So as you can tell, also toxic on Heatran. Yep. So as you can tell, I really just want to hazard stack him and prevent him from removing hazards in any way, shape, or form. So hopefully we'll be able to do this in this match. And as you can see on your screen, he has brought the Hoopa Unbound, the Arachnid, the Mega Mawile, the Lycanroc, the Jolteon, and Porygon 2. I was very happy to not see hazard removal. That means I don't even have to try to play around Gliscor or a Serena. I don't have to try and prevent hazard removal. I can just lead off with my Greninja, start putting up spikes, and be able to pressure him so very much. If he gets up webs, it sucks because neither of us have hazard removal. Any hazard that goes up during this match is there to stay. And that's something both of us are going to have to keep in mind. Overall, looking at his team, I definitely think my Mega Altaria can literally just rip through him like there's no tomorrow. Definitely think that's a possibility. All I had to do is just get a little chip damage up on the Mega Mawile, and I think I'll be fine. Even if I don't get my Facade boosted, I still think I'll be fine. So, like I said, I plan on getting spikes up, so I'm going to be leading off with my Greninja and doing some work. Let us finish off this regular season on a strong win. Brendan challenges us, and he is going to lead with his Arachnid. I'm going to lead with my Greninja. And he is going to lead Jeff. That's Jeff. My name's Jeff. His name's Jeff, guys. This is Jeff, and his name is Jeff, and he goes by Jeff. And I'm going to go ahead and get up the taunt, because I do not want him putting up webs immediately. Hopefully I can prevent it later. If he goes for Leech Life, it's fine, because I live it even if it's banded. And that damage tells me he is 100% not banded. So, here, I'm going to go ahead and go for the spike. I know he's going to kill me. I know I'm going to lose my Greninja turn 2. I'm okay with that. It got up a spike, and it stopped this thing. And he's actually going to liquidate, which is a very smart play, because that didn't kill, which means that's one less turn of taunt. So, I'm going to go ahead and go for the biggest damage I can. I would go for U-turn, but if I went for U-turn, then I had to switch in something else. Blah, 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 blah. I want my Greninja to die. So, I love you, Greninja. You've done so much work this season. Die. Go for Sub-Zero Slammer. And do, I think, like, 0.4%. That looks like 0.4%. Yeah, there you go. Gonna get off a little bit of chip damage, and he goes for Liquidation, which, not the greatest, as, because he liquidated last turn, instead of straight up Leech Lifing me, his taunt now wears off, I believe. He reveals the leftovers, and now I have nothing really that kills this thing in one hit. So I'm going to go with the GLaDOS, as I want to keep my Mega Altaria on Mega Evolve so I can avoid sticky webs later, and I want to get up that Toxic Spike, because I know he's not going to be able to kill me. Yum. So, we're going to go ahead and get the Toxic Spike, and this Toxic Spike is going to be so nice to help my Azelf, my Mega Altaria, my Porygon Z, all of these Mons potentially sweep late game. So he goes out to Hoopa, and I'm like, oh, hey friend, how are you doing? So he goes out to Hoopa on the turn that I go out into Mega Altaria, and I'm not risking a damn thing. I'm not max speed. I'm not risking him being max speed. I'm glad I got huge spike damage. I'm glad I got the poison damage. I'm getting the hell out of there, scouting for the Poisonium or the ITMZ. And I get caught in the sticky web. So I had to go into my train, unfortunately, as he switches his Hoopa out into Chip Skylark, which is going to be the Mega Mawile. And I was just like, this turn could not have gone better. I scouted, and it pulled off for me so very well. So now he's going to withdraw, and I gonna get on my rocks. My third hazard is up. It's like turn 7, something like that. I got all 3 of my hazards up. It is lit. It is looking nice. All 4 hazards are on the field. I got sticky webs, and he's got my double layer spike, and he has my stealth rock. It's beautiful. Things are getting poisoned. I'm just so happy with how this is going so far. Except for the fact there's a Arachnid in front of me. So I gotta get out of there. And I'm specifically gonna go to my Mega Altaria because it's in the Mega Altaria. And I'm gonna just get rid of the weather. And he's gonna go for Toxic. Now I have Cloud 9, as you saw, instead of Natural Cure. And the reason was I predicted something like this to happen, and I didn't want Natural Cure to get rid of it should I ever pull it double. So now I have a boosted Facade. I will be dying fairly quickly, but my Earthquake is also not mitigated, and I'm gonna get him Fire Facade. I don't care if he goes into Mawile. That thing's not gonna like Facade. You know what else is gonna like Facade? This isn't gonna like Facade. He can't freeze me. Poison's gonna wear him down. Are we ready to see this Facade do some damage? This Facade is about to do such beautiful damage. Mega Altaria Mega Evolves also been doing so much good work for me. And I'm gonna go ahead and fire off the Earthquake, actually. Predicting Mega Mawile to come in. Because I didn't Facade. On for it. I really wish I had Facade there. Good play on his part. However, he is looking pretty low. If he's not physically defensive, guess what? This Facade got a kill. So I go Facade. Even if he doesn't kill, I know he has to heal. And it does a good amount of damage. And I'm going to go ahead and Dragon Dance on this next turn to put the pressure on. He knows this Facade's going to start doing damage, especially if I Dragon Dance up. I'm sure he's going to switch out. I would love to Earthquake here. Would love to Earthquake here. But I can't. So I'm actually going to switch out, reset my toxic damage. I predict he's going to go out into, oh, no, he goes for Recover here. I thought he was going to go into Mega Mawile. This would have given me, good matchup versus that, because he'd probably feel the Will-O-Wisp, even though I don't have it. But anyway, here, I also get this in because it's really nice for knocking off this Porygon 2, and thus making it so I don't even have to Dragon Dance to beat it 1v1 with my Mega Altaria, which is beautiful. So, I'm looking kind of nice. He's Sonic Shocking me, doing a bit of damage. In theory, I could maybe beat this 1v1, but probably not, because I only have Hex as an attacking move other than Knockoff. So I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to predict him to go for Recover here, as I bring in myself, which is Choice Banded. He's lost his Violite. He is poisoned. He is not N-O-T going to appreciate this banded Zen Headbutt. But he stays in anyway, as I go for U-turn. And that was a crit. And that'll give you an idea of how much that would have done. That would have done a lot of damage. It would have done even more damage than that if I had gone for Zen Headbutt. It would have definitely been a 2 KO. And I'm going to go to my Mega Altaria here, as he goes for Recover, scouting the damage, scouting to see what I was going to do. Very smart, in my opinion. But now my Mega Altaria is in. My Mega Altaria. And Toxic damage has been reset. He's 2 KO'd by Facade. I'm going to go for it. Look at that health bar drop. Look at that health bar drop. As he goes for Tri Attack. And it's going to do some damage. Not going to lie, it's going to do some damage. And I definitely want to Roost here. I definitely want to Roost, because if I don't, then I'm going to lose my Mega Altaria. So, I'm going to go ahead and go for Roost. I believe he goes for the Recover. And we have a little bit of a stalemate here. Both of us have poison wearing us down, except mine goes on forever. Gets worse over time, I should say. As he gets to Recover off. But this poison might just put him in range of the next Facade. Again, I would love to Earthquake here. I can't do it. He switches out his Porygon 2. He goes into Chip Skylark. It's gonna take another Spike. It's gonna intimidate me. Guys, look at this Facade. I thought I was going to see this earlier, but look at this facade. Are you ready? That's a 75% HP Mawile. It just took 35% from facade. I'm -1, guys. Woo! Anyway, he's going to Mega Evolve. And I'm going to fire off a young Earthquake as he's actually faster than me because of the sticky web. But I'm going to go ahead and Earthquake. That sub's going to bring him really, really low. There is nothing that he can there's nothing that he can do at that such low HP, which is really, really nice. I will be able to almost always revenge him with just about everything. And I'm going to go down to Poison. So, he gets to keep his Mega Mawile in. However, I do have multiple Pokemon that can easily take this on. I'm going to go to the Virus because I don't think my HP is all that important. I'll know I'll live a Sucker Punch, and Tri-Attack's going to kill this thing. Except, he doesn't Sucker Punch. Tells me he didn't have it. Spoiler alert, he didn't have it. He had Stab, he had Ace Stab, he had Knockoff, and I think he had something else with Sub. But he goes into Lycanroc here. As he gets spiked, he gets Toxic Spiked, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of there. I think my Porygon Z's definitely a win con. If it's not Scarf Hoopa, it's definitely a win con right there. Can definitely probably kill everything. So I'm gonna go to my Cofagrigus, which can take this thing on with decent ease. He's gonna go for Stone Edge. I'm gonna take a lot. It's a Life Orb Lycanroc. I'm gonna take a lot from that Stone Edge. I'm gonna get my leftovers recovery, put me above half, and I'm definitely scared of that Porygon 2 coming in. I know that if I click Hex here, he's going to go into Porygon 2 and he's going to be able to get a recover off. I know it. I know it. And what do? I do it anyway. Oh, I wanted to. I wanted to double. I wanted to double so bad. But I couldn't. So anyway, now that is very low. That is a very low Porygon 2. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out of there. And I'm going to go into my Azelf as he goes for recover. And he still ends up pretty low. Like, he's still really low. That's 25%. That's maybe less than... That's like 70%, somewhere around there. That's even lower. I'm going for Zen Headbutt. Find me your switch in. It's Hoopa, but find me your switch in. It's definitely not the Porygon 2, I can tell you that much. He goes for Tri-Attack. He's going to do that much damage. And of course... He's gonna burn me, poor Zelf. Poor Zelf now gets burned. Poor Zelf is still strong. Even though he burned me, I still kill the Hoopa with U-turn. I will go for Zen Headbutt. He could bring in the Hoopa, but that is just great if he brings in Hoopa. It takes more Toxic damage, it takes more Spikes damage. And I'm gonna kill the Porygon 2, finally, after it burned me, after it stalled me, and he's gonna go out to good boy Barky. Once again, takes Spikes damage, takes Toxic damage. I'm going to switch out. I know a Celerock is coming. Don't want to sack it off yet. And if he goes for a Celerock, I can live a Celerock and Stone Edge with my Cofagrigus. So, he goes for a Celerock. And I'm definitely thinking I can live that. He gets Steadfast turned into Mummy, which is, it happened. So he's going to take Life Orb, he's going to take Poison. Even if he does kill me with the Stone Edge and I can't kill him with Hex, it's fine. Because he's going to go down next turn anyway. He dies to Spikes, he dies to Poison, I think he dies to Life Orb, he's going to go for Stone Edge. I don't think it's going to kill, it does kill, which was unfortunate. Kind of made things just a little bit more difficult because that one extra round of Toxic Poison damage on whatever comes out next would have been really nice. So he goes into Jeff, as I go into Azelf because it's my least valuable mon, it's burned, it's a physical attacker, except he takes all these hazards. And I'm like, I think I can kill this with my... Even though I'm burned, I might be able to kill it. I don't. And he gets to get a Leech Life off, which is not the best, but it's not going to give him so much health that's going to be scary. But here, it's my fourth one down. I'm down to my Heatran, which is at full health, and my Porygon Z, which is at full health, which is Choice Scarf. He has a Jolteon, a Hoopa, and this Arachniid. My Porygon Z outspeeds this, guaranteed. My Heatran might not. My Porygon Z, if that Hoopa is not Choice Scarfed, outspeeds the Hoopa, guaranteed. It does not outspeed the Jolteon. My Heatran does not outspeed anything on his team. Ooh, most likely. Maybe the Arachnid. But most likely I'm not outspeeding anything. So, I'm standing here, sitting in my DS, staring at it, wondering, what the hell do I do? Do I go Heatran, try and revenge this, and maybe take a Liquidation? Of course not, I have to go Porygon Z. But what do I click? What move do I click with the obvious Porygon Z that's coming in? After debating it, because I didn't want Hoopa coming in and maybe living a hit, and etc., I go out to my Porygon Z and I decide to click Tri-Attack. Because I think this is what's going to win me the game. I'm positive at this point that he has to weaken me with Jolteon and revenge me with Hoopa if he's not Choice Scarf Hoopa. If he is Choice Scarf Hoopa, he goes to it now. He doesn't. I don't think he's Choice Scarf Hoopa. It's going to come down to Hoopa versus Heatran. So, I know I live a hit from this Jolteon. No matter what, I will live a modest Specs Thunderbolt, as he is going to go for Thunderbolt, and my health bar is going to go down pretty low as it reveals to be Life Orb. I'm going to go for the Tri-Attack. This is a Jolteon. That's a Porygon Z. That is a dead Jolteon. Goodbye. And now, a very important moment's about to happen. Because I don't know if I can beat a Scarf Hoopa by clicking Drain Punch. It might be able to beat my Heatran 1v1, depending on rolls and how much Lava Plume does. But he's not Scarfed. I outspeed it. I get the Tri-Attack damage off. And he lives on a sliver of health and goes for Drain Punch and gets a little bit of HP back. He's gonna outspeed my Heatran. If he's banded, he can get a lot of HP back. This is looking scary, and this looks like it can go either way. Even though this entire match, the second half of this match, I've been like screaming at myself, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose. I might have a chance finally. It's one-on-one, all or nothing, right here for week 10. He goes for the Drain Punch. I do have Chople Berry. I did bring the Chople Berry for the Mega Mawile, but it works here. He does a lot of damage, guys. And he's going to get some HP back. But my modest Heatran is here with the Lava Plume and brings that thing down. And your New York Metagross finished this season that we started 0-1 in. We started 0-1 after taking that forfeit week 1 from Lars. Your New York Metagross end this season 7-3. That is a beautiful achievement. We are third in our division, which is scary that 7-3 is third. But we are ready for playoffs. We've lost to 3 people. We lost to Lars from a forfeit. We lost to whoever, Diggersby, Missile Leaf Storm, etc. And we lost to Arahpthos. Something like that. For week 1 of playoffs, your New York Metagross are going against Arahpthos and his Melbourne Stormthrows. We gotta win this, guys. If we win this and Lars wins his, we're facing him. I told him I'd meet him in playoffs. I cannot make a liar. We gotta win this game. I really hope you guys enjoyed the regular season. Let me know what your favorite game was. Let me know what your favorite set, what your favorite anything. I want to know. I'm really, really excited. Obviously, a lot of people are going to say Choice Scarf Woodhammer from Torterra. That was heat. It's great. It's going to be hard to live that, to ever, like, overdo that or one-up that. But, who knows? We'll see. Let's see if we can win our 6th championship. Playoffs start in 2 weeks, guys. The week, 1 week bye. It starts in 2 weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in playoffs in 2 weeks. Peace.